Hey everybody, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Well, we're going to kick off this week's show by spending some time in a place that really a lot of us wish we could spend more time, and that is the Upper Peninsula. Jordan Brown was recently up there with camera in hand and got a few fishing stories, so you won't want to miss that. Then we're going to drop below the bridge, head over to the northeast part of the Lower Peninsula and spend some time on Fletchers Pond. It's been a while since we had been there with cameras rolling. It is a really cool part of our state. And we're going to end this week's show by showing you what some sportsmen are doing to raise some money to fight cancer. So lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's the love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Rosie Brothers. Located in Dryden, Michigan, Rosie Brothers has been serving Michigan for over 40 years. Specializing in outdoor needs, Rosie Brothers features Kubota tractors and equipment for use in farm, home, or commercial needs. On the web at rosiebrosinc.com. By Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53, just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen.
We all have one, that perfect spot, a special place we go to smooth out the ripples of the day. Our perfect spot is calling. Our perfect spot is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Hi, I'm Jordan Brown, and we kick off this week's show in one of my favorite cities in the entire state, and that's Marquette. I was able to spend some time there around the holiday, and one of the days I was up there, I was able to hit the water with a local angler who not only knows a lot about the rivers in that part of the state, but is also the new owner of a sporting goods shop in downtown Marquette.
We're here in Marquette at Superior Outfitters, formerly in the space occupied by Switchback. I used to work for Switchback, which was Marquette's downtown sporting goods store. When they left in late November, I decided to open up my own. Everyone loved Switchback here. It was a great idea, great concept, and I'm just carrying on with that. So we have new, used, and consignment camping, fishing, and fly fishing gear. We're going to be branching out into hunting soon, and we just started carrying live bait this year. We are a full-service fly shop. I offer guided trips through upstream fly fishing. We also have fly tying classes here weekly. We carry a full range of fly tying materials, probably the best selection in the UP, which there's also a mix of new and used there, which is great if you're just getting started in the sport.
Nick caters to outdoorsmen of all experience and income levels by offering a variety of new, used, and even some gear on consignment, trying to get as many people as possible involved in the outdoors.
What we do here at Superior Outfitters is we recycle gear. If you have, maybe the fly rod setup that you started out with 10 years ago, it's sitting in the back of your closet and you don't use it anymore. You can drop it off with me, and after short paperwork, I'll have that rod handed down to maybe a local college student, and then you'll be able to introduce them to the sport. And at the same time, you'll have money sitting on an account here to buy new stuff or take as cash. We exist here solely to help you get out in the outdoors and open it up to any budget level. It's very important being in a college town too. You're already spending enough on tuition, but if you want to get into fly fishing or backpacking, we can help you do that.
After a quick tour of the shop, it was time to hit the river. The plan today was to fly fish for both brook and brown trout on the Escanaba River, about a half an hour outside of Marquette.
Today we're going to fish the Escanaba River system. We're going to be going after brook and brown trout, primarily brookies with some browns mixed in, which usually run a little bit on the larger side for dry fly action in the UP. We're going to be fishing mainly with terrestrial patterns and stonefly patterns. We're going to see if we can coax up some larger fish in the middle of the day. There's mayfly hatches going on in the evening, but we're going to focus on the stonefly hatch today. Escanaba River system drains to Lake Michigan. It actually goes over the divide. It comes all the way up into Ishpeming, Michigan, so it runs straight through the central UP, but its headwaters are pretty far north. We're going to be focusing on the middle stretch. It's largely undeveloped. Access is pretty easily gained, but you do have to do quite a bit of research to find wadeable areas.
Nice work.
Okay. There we go.
It's
pretty brown. Well, we were fishing for some little brookies, and then this nice one came up right in the middle, so dropped it a couple feet in front of him, and he took it first cast. Nice, fat, healthy fish.
Well, we couldn't have asked for a better start, landing a nice brown trout only minutes into our trip. Catching fish on a dry fly can be difficult, let alone one of any size. But that's where the UP is different. Relatively low fishing pressure coupled with ample water to fish provides a unique opportunity for anglers to consistently catch nice trout via the dry fly.
I really enjoyed fishing the streams downstate, and I still make a couple trips every year, but the UP is definitely my preferred place to fish. There's just a lot less traffic. Typically the fish are wild. If we do receive stocking, it's like 1,000 fish in a very large system, so for the most part you're just going after naturally produced fish. Dry fly fishing in the UP, it's a short season, but it can be pretty intense. All of our hatches are compact. You might not get the largest fish in the stream, but the strikes are explosive. You're often very close to the fish, and you can already see them rising. Today they're going to be picking off mayflies occasionally, and we're going to try to key in on that and try to locate the larger fish, separate them from the little guys, and target those specifically. And this is a low pressure system. They're not going to have anyone else wading through casting to them. They're just going to feed naturally all day, and we can take advantage of that.
We're just into a really good bubble line where there's just brookies left and right. The ISOs started hatching. We're just fishing hoppers through it, but looks like we're about to get another good sized brookie. We've got caddis, cahills, all sorts of stuff going on too. They're just looking up. Got him.
Got him.
I grew up fly fishing on the Asable. At an early age, I started tying flies commercially. Figured out that I could purchase all of the fly tying material and equipment that I needed just by tying a few flies here or there. Eventually, I started guiding. I moved up to the UP in '07 and continued guiding throughout the summers. And it's led to the point where I opened up my own guide service, and this December I opened up a shop. So just really involved with the industry now. It's kind of what I've always done. It's my passion. Enjoy introducing people to the sport, and having the shop and the guide service just makes it easier for me to reach more people.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Ooh, yep. See a huge brookie or a nice brown.
Brown.
Jeez. just like the first one we got. Another nice one. Got some teeth on him. Off he goes. Oh, there's one rising in there. Good fish. Let's see if we can get a few more.
If you're looking for a different kind of fly fishing experience in Michigan, you definitely need to check out the UP. We really don't have many people up here, and even less fly fishermen. A lot of our waters are excellent for fly fishing with a little bit of research, and you can feel free to use us as a resource. I can always push you in the right direction. We have runs of all of the salmon species that you've got downstate, but we also have wild brookies and browns that you can catch all summer long. You can't beat the natural beauty of our UP streams. You're not going to see a cabin every 20 feet. There aren't any docks. There's no boat launches. There's just dirt 2 tracks that you're going to make a left at flagging tape, make a right at a hubcap. It's a lot more fun. It's an adventure every time. It's fun getting lost.
Getting lost in the UP chasing brook and brown trout on the beautiful Escanaba River. I'm not sure if it gets any better than that. If you're ever in the Marquette area and have a little extra time, make sure to stop in and check out the shop. And also make sure to explore some of the world-class fishing this area has to offer. Special thanks to Nick for an incredible day on the water here in Michigan's Upper Peninsula.
One great part about Michigan Out of Doors Television is that we get to travel around the state to lots of different nooks and crannies and corners of the state that maybe we have never been to, or maybe that you have never been to. One spot that you may want to check out here either this year or next summer is Fletchers Pond. If you're looking for a new corner of the state to explore, don't overlook the place you may have heard about but have never been to before, Fletchers Pond. Tucked away in the northeast part of the lower, this area is an outdoorsman's paradise.
Fletchers Landing was originally Charlie's Landing, opened back in the 40s. My father Lowell purchased this place back in the late 80s, and for the last 6 years, me and my brother Stephen have been running it as Fletchers Landing. Primarily our customers are hunter and fishermen, mainly bass fishermen and northern pike fishermen. However, we get a lot of panfish as well. We have 14 cabins and houses right here on the lakefront, right here waterfront. Anywhere from 3 to 6 people per cabin. Mostly we're busy in the summer with pan fishing and bass fishing and pike fishing. Also we do a lot of some deer hunting and duck hunting in the fall. Then ice fishing in February. In January and February we get a lot of ice fishermen. We're up in northeastern Michigan. We're about 20 miles west of Alpena in Hillman on Fletchers Pond, which I believe is about 9,000 acres, which is about Michigan's 11th largest inland lake.
When David reached out to me to see if I would be interested in doing a little fishing on Fletchers Pond, I jumped at the chance. It's been a long time since we had a camera on this lake, and always looking for an excuse to head north, here we were on one of the nicest days they had had in the early spring. David's buddies Tyler Ferris and Brad Schrader were going to be showing me how to fish this lake, which is full of stumps and debris, making it a little different than most northern lakes. If you're a first-timer here, well, just go slow.
It's unique. It's a floodwater. Back in the 30s, they dammed up one of the branches of the Thunder Bay River, which then flooded this entire valley. Afterward, the loggers came in and cut out down all the trees right about water level. So if you're looking across, it's only about 6 to 8 feet deep throughout most of the lake. However, there's stumps and logs and all kinds of cover right along the bottom and along the water line of the lake.
What do we got there?
It's a tube bait.
Right.
Tube, Texas rig style.
What size weight you got in there?
That's a 3/16 bullet weight.
All right.
Just casting out and dragging it back on the bottom over the stumps, over the logs. Hopefully we can get some takers here.
Well, because there are so many stumps, you really can't open up your motor and just run. You need to go slow, watch for stumps. But when you do get lines in the water, well, it's worth the travel time.
Ooh. That's a nice fish.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. That's what we're here for, right?
With all the debris, there are plenty of places for the fish to hide, and there is more than one technique to find these fish.
Right now, being in the shallows, we're just pitching, throwing tubes out, just slowly reeling it back over the logs, letting it drop over the logs, and just hoping to get one of these males that are up here in the shallows right now, making the beds.
Okay.
So,
And this is, I mean, obviously there's a ton of structure. Is it too much, or is this great?
we find it great. We love it. Could be too much for some people. I know some people come up here and get frustrated because it's too much and get hung up a lot. And like the driver working the boat right now, having to work around all these logs is pretty tough when the wind picks up. So
That's why you had him drive?
yes, that's why I let him drive. A little later we might move out and throw some jigs at, in some deeper water there.
Okay. And you guys found a few fish earlier today?
We did. Same area that we're fishing right now. We came out, found some fish, and obviously that's why we came back out here. And hopefully as it gets later in the day, the bite will get a little better.
Okay. Have you fished this lake quite a bit then?
Yeah, I've been fishing it maybe 10 years now, so I'm getting to know it better every year.
I don't know why northern fish seem better looking than southern fish, but for whatever reason on this perfect afternoon, that seemed to be the case.
Well, you got the hard job up here steering.
Yeah, the wind's dying down pretty good, so that's nice, but
It's like a minefield out there.
whew, yeah, we just get banged around a little bit, but it's all right. We just try to get up so we can get underneath the logs, and where they're starting to try to make their beds a little bit. So
Okay. It's pretty shallow in here, eh?
yeah, it's got to be, well, right now it's 1.5 feet.
Wow.
And so it, you can see all the stumps out here. Everywhere you go, it's a different
Different
challenge, right? So
Good.
but we get them though. I don't know if it's big enough.
Ooh, it's a good looking fish.
It's wrapped around the every tree.
That's a fish. Look at that big old mouth.
This is a very unique lake, and from talking with folks that fish it on a regular basis, they all rave about how much they love it. Not sure if it's the amount of fish or just being up north a long way from the craziness of life.
Nice. Good job, young man.
Sir, all about the same size right now.
We were finding primarily bass today, but the pike fishing here is also very good and really good pretty much all year round.
People like it because with the way the lake is, there's really no jet skiing or water skiing, so it's pretty much 100% fishermen out here. We're open year round. Fishing really, it's weather dependent. This year it's a little bit colder, but usually late April, people are up here fishing, and you have people out fishing all the way into late October. And then obviously about early January, the ice fishing picks up into March. So a lot of people fishing tip-ups for pike, a lot of panfish as well. Get some good 10, 11, 12-inch perch come out.
Back of the boat's leading the pack here.
Yeah, it's the captain up front. Yeah, I don't have to do nothing except fish back here, you know?
Nice fish.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
A little better.
Nice job, young man.
Thank you, sir.
We fished most of the afternoon and headed in as the sun began to set. We had a great time on really the first day of warm weather this part of the state had seen up to that point. So what do you do when you're up north after spending the day fishing? Well, you fire up the grill, sit on the porch, and that tells some lies of past hunting and fishing trips. It really doesn't get much better. I'm not sure where your summer plans will take you this year, but if you're looking for a new corner to explore, consider Fletchers Pond. It's a place aimed at folks who love the outdoors, and I bet there are a few fish waiting for you here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
On a rainy day in southern Michigan, I had a chance to check out the Relay for Life Benefit Panfish Tournament. Relay for Life is an organization that has raised money to fight cancer since the 1980s. They've raised more than $5 billion.
Today is a Fishing for a Cure. It is a fundraiser for Tenneco, which is a team here at our Hillsdale Relay for Life. And the money that's being raised here is going to help locally towards different services and programs that the American Cancer Society provides to cancer patients in the area.
Dodging some heavy rain showers, I would be joining Skeeter Warner and his guests, Robert Prater and Justice Jones. The bite was a little slow today with a major cold front pushing through. A few rock bass and a few small bluegill here and there kept things interesting.
We are trying to catch some panfish. We're not real successful today. Well, wait a minute. Hey, our main man just caught one. Yeah. What do you think? That good? He's a keeper. You know, they're running quite small for us. We're catching a million little ones. But man, you know, the keepers are about 1 out of 20 maybe. And you know, the cold front has really turned us off here. And I don't know the lake well enough really to find the other fish that are out deeper. Really would like to put them on more fish, but I don't know. You guys complaining too bad or? No. All right. Yeah, they're not complaining too bad. We're having a great time. They come all the way down from Grand Rapids, and God, they've been a joy to fish with today. We got the new man here, Justice. He's, you fish a lot, Justice, or no? Sometimes. Just starting?
Just starting, yeah.
Yeah, we got him his new equipment, and he's getting used to that. We got him all set up today for this tournament. We got him all new rod and reel and tackle and the whole shebang, didn't we?
Yeah.
so it's just been a lot of fun. Look at that monster now. Look at the shoulders on him. Huh? What do you think? Well, he's got blue eyes. Pretty blue eyes. See him? Look at that. There you weigh 2.5, 3 pounds. Huh? That's a good bait. But he did have pretty blue eyes, if you didn't notice that.
Although the guys caught fish before I got there, the camera was bad luck. Soon it was time to switch places and the Rickett family came aboard. Dave and his son John Rickett brought along Asher, who'd been going through treatments and had been looking forward to this getaway for many weeks. This is a fun tournament, and although there were prizes for the biggest bag of panfish, the goal was to raise money for the fight against cancer.
Nice fat gill too.
There you go. Good job, buddy.
Goodness.
Ooh, that one's staying down pretty good too.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Rock bass? Yep, rock bass.
Get him in the,
He did mention he wanted to catch a rock bass.
There you go. He did. Look at that. What do you think about that guy?
Can you hold him up for me?
There you go. Yeah. Don't cover your face up too much.
After catching a couple fish, it was time to head in for the weigh-in. Teams could weigh one limit of fish, and there were some decent bags brought to the scales.
Yeah, if I could catch a sack of fish like that, I'd follow you all day.
What's your mom?
Go ahead, I guess.
13,495. Good job, guys. Good job.
Even with some prize money for the best teams, everybody was a winner when it came to the food. Fish caught during the tournament were filleted, battered with Skeeter's batter mix, and fried. You couldn't ask for a better meal after a day of fishing. Everyone ate till they were full, and then some more. The volunteers who helped put this together did an awesome job. Both Justice and Asher, who were the stars of the day, had a great time and went away with some great fishing gear. Hats off to Relay for Life for using Michigan's awesome fishing community to help others whose lives have been affected by this terrible disease. You brought a smile to their faces.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Michigan Out of Doors this week. Now coming over the next few weeks, make sure that you're stayed tuned to your PBS station because lots of good things are happening. We're going to be out on Beaver Island fishing for some carp. We're also going to be out on Drummond Island fishing for some walleye. Recently did a story on snapper, kind of turtling, if you will, kind of catching those by hand. You won't want to miss that story. Also some folks in the Ludington area that were giving back to the veterans by taking them out fishing. So lots of good stuff happening right now around the state of Michigan. And if you missed part of this week's show or last week's show, or maybe you missed the show for a couple of weeks, you can always check us out online at MichiganOutofDoorsTV.com. We have full episodes of the show there every week. We're also on YouTube and we're on Facebook if you want to check in, see what we're up to on a day-to-day basis. Thanks so much for watching Michigan Out of Doors this week. And if we don't see you in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by the Michigan chapters of Safari Club International. For over 40 years, SCI has been protecting hunters' rights and promoting wildlife conservation here in Michigan and around the world. SCI chapter locations can be found on the web at firstformichigan.org. By Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore with its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses. Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. By Propane, Clean American Energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas energy in homes, farms, and businesses across our great state. Learn more at usemichiganpropane.com. By Vanguard, a global manufacturer based in Michigan featuring rifle scopes, binoculars, and spotting scopes with lifetime warranties. Vanguard supplies sporting optics and accessories for the outdoor enthusiast online at vanguardworld.com. Closed captioning is provided by the Michigan Propane Gas Association, Clean American Energy. Propane realtors promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas to outdoor enthusiasts across our great state.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am a Michigan man.